Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Mindset Shelf. Today, we're thrilled to have George with us, a passionate writer and reader who loves diving deep into life-changing books. He's here to share powerful insights from Ryan Holiday's Ego is the Enemy. Get ready for an eye-opening discussion on how to conquer ego and unlock your true potential. Let's dive in.
We'll explore Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, a book that challenges us to confront the hidden force that often sabotages our success. Ego. Ego isn't confidence. It's an inflated sense of self-importance that blinds us to reality. It's the voice in our head that makes us overestimate our abilities and undervalue the contributions of others. Left unchecked, ego can derail our ambitions, ruin relationships, and prevent us from becoming the best versions of ourselves. Holiday organizes the book around three key stages of life: aspiring, succeeding, and failing. These stages are universal. We all experience them at different points in our journey. Ego, he argues, can be a destructive influence in each stage. Let's start with the first, aspiring. When we are driven by dreams and working toward our goals, ego tempts us to focus on how we are perceived rather than the effort required to succeed. For example, consider someone who wants to become a writer. Instead of honing their craft, they might spend all their energy seeking praise, obsessing over followers, or comparing themselves to established authors. Holiday's advice is clear: forget the applause and focus on the work. Be a student, stay curious, and embrace the process. Real growth comes not from seeking validation, but from doing the hard, often unglamorous work of learning and improving. Once we achieve success, the ego shifts its tactics. This brings us to the second stage, succeeding. At this point, ego tries to convince us that we've arrived, that we know everything, that we're entitled to recognition, and that we don't need to put in the same effort anymore. Think about public figures or leaders who let success get to their heads and eventually lose everything because of arrogance or complacency. Holiday warns that success can be dangerous because it breeds overconfidence and disconnects us from reality. The antidote: stay grounded and remember that success is fleeting. Surround yourself with people who give honest feedback and keep pushing yourself to grow. True mastery is a lifelong pursuit, but what happens when life doesn't go as planned? That's where the third stage comes in, failing. Failure is inevitable, but ego makes it even harder to navigate. When we fail, ego whispers that we're worthless, that we should give up, or that the world is against us. Instead of learning from our mistakes, we become defensive, blame others, or refuse to adapt. However, Holiday reminds us that failure is one of life's greatest teachers. Many of history's most successful people turned their setbacks into comebacks by staying humble, analyzing what went wrong, and starting over. Failure isn't the end. It's a chance to grow stronger and wiser. So how do we keep our ego in check through all these stages of life? Holiday offers several practical strategies. The first is to adopt a beginner's mindset, no matter how much you achieve. Approaching life as a student keeps you humble and open to new perspectives. Even the most successful people in the world, scientists, athletes, artists, continue to learn and evolve. They don't let their achievements define them. Instead, they focus on what they can contribute and how they can improve. Another powerful strategy is to detach from outcomes. Holiday reminds us that we can't control how people perceive us or the results of our efforts. What we can control is the process, the work we put in every day. By focusing on the process instead of external rewards like praise or recognition, we free ourselves from the grip of ego. This doesn't mean we shouldn't aim high or celebrate victories, but it does mean that we shouldn't let those victories dictate our self-worth. Holiday also emphasizes the importance of practicing restraint. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to pause, reflect, and choose not to act. Ego often pushes us to react impulsively, to show off, to argue, or to prove ourselves. But silence and patience are powerful tools. They give us the space to think clearly and respond wisely. As the saying goes, don't let the noise of your ego drown out the signal of your soul. Lastly, one of the most effective ways to combat ego is to focus on helping others. When we shift our attention from ourselves to those around us, we gain perspective. Serving others reminds us that the world is much bigger than our individual ambitions. It grounds us in gratitude and humility, which are the antidotes to ego. In conclusion, ego is the enemy is a wake-up call for anyone who wants to achieve lasting success and fulfillment. Whether we're aspiring, succeeding, or failing, ego can lead us astray if we let it. But by cultivating humility, practicing discipline, and focusing on growth instead of validation, we can overcome the traps of ego. Ryan Holiday's message is clear. True greatness comes not from feeding our ego, but from conquering it. Thank you for tuning in to the Mindset Shelf. If you found this summary helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights from life-changing books. Remember, the battle against ego is a lifelong journey, but it's one worth fighting. Until next time, stay humble and keep learning.